it's Shel C from PaperOcotilloStudio, and today I'm just sharing with you a real quick project that I did with a couple gel prints that I made using vinyl on the gel plate. I cut out some masks out of the vinyl, and I will put the link right here in the iCard so that you can go watch that video if you'd like to see how these prints were made. But I just wanted to show you a fun, quick project that you could do with these inexpensive white craft bags that you can buy at a craft store, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, whatever. They usually come in a pack of 5 or 10. And I can envision these for any occasion, for any holiday, for birthdays, for Christmas. Imagine having a bunch of them that you could reuse each year for Christmas and save the trees with all that wrapping paper that we consume at Christmas time if you just had reusable bags. You can also do something like this with a bag that you got from the Sprouts grocery, or you brought home your leftovers from Olive Garden or whatever. You know, it'll have a logo on it, but since you're going to put the gel print on it, doesn't matter. Could be a brown craft color, could be white. Yeah, I think that reusing and recycling something like that is awesome, and I'm pretty sure that I have at least one video like that, and I'll link it at the end screen or somewhere so that you can go watch what I did with an actual recycled bag. This one isn't recycled, it's just one that I had in my stash for years. From back when I used to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I used to demonstrate wheel stamps on these, which was a really quick way to decorate them. So the first thing that I did was to use some Marabou mixed media spray, art spray stuff. It's an acrylic spray, so it's permanent. So if someone's using this on Halloween night and it gets rained on, it won't run. Around here, there might actually be some rain on Halloween this year. So, you know, I know that the weather isn't always great where everyone is. So I did use a permanent spray and a stencil that just has some interesting design. I wasn't going for a whole stencil look, although you could. That would be another way to decorate one of these bags. But this design was from StencilClub, I think October, and that's a Stencilgirl StencilClub. It's a subscription service that I'm in, and I can't, sorry, but I can't remember the designer of this, but it's an interesting kind of a cave with rock looking things and roots. It's a really interesting stencil. You can imagine what it might be. But I'm using my stencil slash makeup brush to apply some orange over the top of those other two colors, which were a tangerine and a gray. I think it's called, might be called petrol or something. I don't know. I'll look them up. I'll find the links. I'll link them in the description box below if you'd like to get some of these permanent sprays. Most of the art spray out there is not permanent. So you do have to seal it in some way if you're going to use it with mixed media, which, I mean, that's just an extra step. It's not that big of a deal. But it's nice to sometimes have one that you don't have to seal. So then the next thing I did, I wanted this to look artsy. I wanted it to look kind of messy, like graffiti, sort of. I don't know. So I went around all the edges of the bag and used my tuxedo black ink pad. It's an archival ink pad. No, this is Memento ink pad, sorry. It's Memento brand permanent ink pad all around all the edges. And then I brought in my gel prints and measured so that it would fit on the front and back of the bag. You did notice that I opened up the bag flat. You can just kind of press your fingers along the sides and pop out those two little triangles at the bottom of any bag, and then open it flat and fold the bottom up so that you can decorate not just the front and the back, but also the sides of the bag. So that's something I learned a long time ago, and I've been doing that ever since, folding open the bags to decorate them. So then I'm sponging with an artist sponge. Oh, I trimmed the edge of the gel print with zigzag paper shears and sponged around the edge to make sure that there was a clear defined edge. And then now I'm using some Liquitex matte gel medium. This is obviously a brand new container that I bought. I go through this stuff fast. It's like milk and eggs and bread at my studio. This is like the bread and butter. So then I'm using a metal palette knife to just apply some of that medium to both the back of the gel print, which is on printer paper, just regular text, copy paper, whatever, inexpensive stuff. And then I also put some on the bag. And then I used an old key card or credit card to just scrape down and make sure that everything is all sealed in with no bubbles. And then I have the other print. There was two that I made at the same time. You know, one's a ghost print. So you usually get, of any design, you usually get a couple different prints of it when you're gel printing. So then did the same thing with the other one. This was the one where I picked up the residue with some blue paint. So it's blue. The other one's more of a black and gray type color. So they're the same print, just different colors. And I end up coloring the other side to make it match this one more. So then I open the bag back up. You know, I don't wait. I should have waited for that to dry. But I knew that I needed to trim the one side of it because I didn't cut it quite right. So I'm trimming it with scissors. It's wet, it's sticking to my fingers, but I just carry on. I want this to be a quick project. I want to be done with it soon. I'm going to be, probably when you see this video, I'm traveling. There's a little spot right there where the bag was coming unglued, so I glued it back down with some tacky glue. So that's what the tacky glue was for. The bag was literally coming unglued up at the top. So then I take some acrylic paint. I think I start out with some Dina Wakley acrylic paint, and I water it down so that it's more like a watercolor. And but of course it's permanent when it's dry because it's acrylic paint. And I just go over the background of this with this same blue paint that's probably similar to the color as on the other side. I don't know if I used specifically this color to pick up that print, but it's something similar. It's, you know, a sapphire type blue color, which denotes the night sky and the spooky house. Then I used some yellow acrylic paint. After that was dried up, I used some yellow acrylic paint. Same method, a little bit of water on my brush to fill in where the lights are shining on the inside of the house, and go back in with some of that blue where I decide maybe I missed a spot. I don't know. I drew this design and I'm not really sure which part is the porch and which part's the, I don't know, whatever. So then I come in with a black acrylic paint pen, Posca pen, just to kind of bring out some of the shapes that I thought were lost a little bit in this print. And I don't know, just kind of highlighting them. I like lines around things. It's kind of my thing. So you see right there where I kind of tore the print a little bit. That was because I didn't let it dry, and I laid it down on my deli paper on my desk, and so it just kind of tore a little bit. But on this side, I'm using a white fine tip Posca pen to go around the shapes because this side is so dark with that dark blue pickup paint that it seemed like it needed highlights rather than lines around it. So I'm just using my white fine tip Posca pen instead on this side. So both sides look similar. They're not the same, but since I added in that blue paint on the other side, it looks similar to this side. And this will be a really cute little treat bag. I'll probably fill it up with some Halloween shaped cookies or something and send it to work with somebody. I don't know what I'll do with it, but maybe put the candy to hand out for the trick-or-treaters in it or something. I don't know. It was a fun project. I enjoyed it. It was an experiment to use the vinyl to make the print, and then this was a fun way to use the print to make something cute. So then to finish it off, I grabbed some orange jute twine. This is from Canvas Corp brands, and then some black and white baker's twine, and I tied that on. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe, share, all those great things. And that is it for me. Here comes your close-ups. Bye-bye.